My child, listen carefully, for I have seen every thought that rose within you when silence answered your prayers. You asked if I still hear you. You wondered if your faith had fallen into an empty sky. But I tell you this day, I was never distant. I was forming something inside of you that words could not yet describe. There is a shift happening now, not outside of you, but through you. The storm you thought would drown you has become the wind that pushes you toward destiny. Every disappointment that once seemed like a dead end was in fact a redirection. You have been trained in hidden rooms where applause cannot reach. And because of that, what I release through you will not be fragile. God says, the era of confusion is closing. The questions that haunted your sleep are losing their power. You stand now on the line I drew, the line between what was and what shall be. The patterns that repeated in your bloodline end with you. Cycles of loss, scarcity, and missed moments are bowing to my decree. You are not an accident in your family story. You are my interruption to generational struggle. I have chosen you to be the line breaker, the curse crusher, the voice that rewrites history. You carry the sound of new beginnings, even when you whisper. You carry restoration in your steps, even when you feel weak. Because it is not your strength that sustains this movement. It is mine. My beloved child, I am not just bringing you out of something. I am bringing you into something far greater than you can conceive. What felt like delay was divine development. What seemed like silence was strategy. I hid you not because you were unready, but because timing is protection. Do you not see? If I had unveiled you too soon, they would have mistaken your mission for ambition. So I covered you until the noise grew tired and the ground became ready. Now, my child, the covering lifts, and I am breathing upon what once appeared lifeless. The world will soon wonder how you endured, but you will know it was I who sustained you in the quiet. While others measured success by visibility, I measured you by endurance. And now, because you did not quit, I can trust you with influence that cannot be corrupted. God says, I am rewriting your definition of success. It will no longer be measured by possessions or applause. It will be measured by peace, by the quiet strength that rises in your spirit when you trust me completely. There will be moments ahead when I lead you away from the crowds. You will feel the pull to explain yourself. Resist it. You owe no one an explanation for my elevation, for I have called you into rooms where clarity will speak louder than words. I am setting your feet on unfamiliar ground because familiarity was your prison. You will now walk on territory you once feared to dream of. And yes, there will be whispers. They will question how you changed. They will try to make sense of a transformation born in silence. But do not be moved, my child, for their confusion is confirmation that you have crossed over. The old season taught you survival. This one teaches you sovereignty. You will not crawl through life begging for open doors. Doors will recognize you, for they were carved by my own hand with your name upon them. And when you walk through, you will not boast, you will bless. Because everything I give you now carries purpose, not pride. God says this is not a season of chasing. This is a season of becoming. I am not asking you to strive. I am asking you to align. I am not asking you to hustle for attention. I am asking you to host my presence. Remember, my beloved, obedience will open doors that talent could never reach. One step in rhythm with my voice will outpace a lifetime of running in circles. This is your turning point. This is the moment heaven writes your name beside the word, appointed. Breathe. The pressure you feel is not punishment. It is preparation. Every weight you carry now is proof that I am shaping you to carry more. The crown I place upon your head will not slip because it is fastened by surrender, not ambition. So stand tall, child. Lift your eyes again. You are walking into the chapter I have been writing in silence. The chapter called Fulfillment. The chapter called Now. And heaven itself is watching as you step across the line. God says, it begins here. My child, do not fear the unfamiliar path before you. You asked me for growth, yet growth never comes wrapped in comfort. The stretching you feel now is proof that the limits that once held you are breaking apart. This season is not punishment. It is preparation. I am enlarging your capacity to receive what I have always intended for you. God says, I have placed in you a wisdom that cannot be copied. Others will attempt to mirror your movements, but they will not reproduce your results. For what I have birthed in your spirit was conceived through pressure, tears, and private obedience. They see the outcome, but they do not see the altar where you surrendered everything. They admire the glow, but they do not know the fire. There will come moments, my child, when your obedience will make no sense to anyone around you. You will walk away from what others chase. You will decline opportunities that appear perfect because I whispered, "Not yet." And they will not understand. But I did not reveal my full plan to them, only to you. Your yes will look strange. Your silence will look like weakness. But in heaven, your restraint is recorded as power. My beloved, do not waste your energy defending the direction I gave you. Let your peace be your explanation. Let your fruit be your response. For the proof of my favor does not need promotion. It carries its own fragrance. When I move, I do not ask permission. And when I bless, I do not consult opinions. You will soon realize that not every open door is divine, and not every closed door is loss. Some doors I shut to save you from distraction. Some I closed because the blessing waiting inside was too small for your future. Child, I am not just protecting your destiny. I am protecting your identity. Because if you forget who you are, you will start chasing things that were never meant for you. Listen closely. The world will try to name you by your seasons: success, struggle, silence, or pain. But I have called you by a name that never changes. You are mine, not defined by what happened, not limited by what was lost. You are defined by what remains, my hand upon your life. God says, the old version of you cannot walk into the promise I prepared. That is why everything familiar has been shaking. It is not destruction, it is divine disruption. I am removing your dependence on the temporary so you can stand in the eternal. The opinions that once controlled you are losing their hold. The fear that once silenced you is fading under my authority. You are learning to move in rhythm with me, not reaction to them. You will no longer beg for acceptance. You will walk in assignment. The applause of people cannot compete with the assurance of purpose. When I send you, you will go quietly, but the earth will feel the tremor of your obedience. The power I am placing upon you does not announce itself. It reveals itself. And yes, child, you will see others rise faster. Do not envy them. Some climb ladders I never built. They will touch heights that collapse under their own weight. But you are being established, not elevated. And what is established in me cannot be erased by time, trends, or talk. The tables are turning now. Where you once knocked and were ignored, I will make others call your name. Where you were once overlooked, I will make room for you without your striving. You will see honor arrive quietly, not with fireworks, but with favor. For I am not sending you into spotlight. I am sending you into significance. My child, remember the lessons of the wilderness. There you learn to live on manna, daily provision, daily dependence. Do not lose that posture now that abundance is approaching. The secret that sustained you in lack will sustain you in overflow. Trust me. Follow my rhythm. Keep your heart soft. God says, I am about to multiply what's in your hand. But multiplication without maturity becomes chaos. So I am maturing your spirit while I expand your influence. Do not rush this process. You are not behind. You are right on time, my time. Soon those who dismissed you will look again. They will wonder how you carried so much grace and peace after such pain. You will not need to explain. Your transformation will speak. Your calm will confuse chaos. Your joy will disarm jealousy. Your stillness will preach louder than any sermon. My beloved, I am calling you higher, not to isolate you, but to insulate you. I must set you apart so your oil is not contaminated by the noise. I must quiet the crowd so you can hear the coordinates of destiny clearly. You cannot take counsel from confusion and expect clarity. So I will speak to you in whispers again, and my whisper will carry more authority than 1,000 voices of reason. The world will not understand your peace, but peace is the language of those who walk with me. You will walk into storms and silence them simply by standing, because when I am in you, even your presence becomes a proclamation. So, my child, do not be afraid of being different. Do not shrink back when the path narrows. The narrow road leads to wide impact. You are not losing. You are being refined. You are not forgotten. You are being framed for greatness. And soon, very soon, what I whispered in secret will thunder in public. God says, keep walking. The next miracle does not require a crowd, only your continued yes. My child, Do you feel that stirring within your spirit? It is not anxiety. It is awakening. Heaven is moving, and the same breath that called light out of darkness is breathing into your atmosphere now. God says, I am performing the unseen miracle, not the one that entertains the eye, but the one that rebuilds the heart. You have asked for visible signs, but I am crafting invisible strength. The miracle I am forming does not begin in your surroundings. It begins in your surrender. You have been waiting for something to happen around you, but I have been waiting for something to happen within you. Now that your heart has yielded, heaven's gates are shifting open. This is not coincidence. It is alignment. Everything you endured was a rehearsal for the release you are stepping into now. The night is breaking. The heaviness that followed you for years is losing its grip. I am commanding peace to return like the sunrise after a long storm. And this peace, my child, will not be shallow comfort. It will be authority, the kind that makes demons flee without you raising your voice. You will soon notice doors opening quietly, favor following you unexpectedly, and opportunities arriving unannounced. Do not call this luck. This is legacy. This is the fruit of every prayer you thought went unanswered. God says, I have seen the tears you refused to show, the nights when you stood still because your strength was gone, and yet you whispered, still I trust you. That whisper shook hell more than 1,000 shouts. Every time you chose faith over fear, you rewrote your future. You didn't know it, but while you were crying, I was building. While you were breaking, I was birthing. While you were waiting, I was weaving threads of redemption through your story. And now, what once felt like a collection of shattered pieces will soon reveal itself as a divine mosaic of purpose. My beloved, you are about to witness the divine reversal. The same places that rejected you will request you. The same voices that doubted you will testify of your transformation. But I warn you, do not return to prove them wrong. Return only to prove me faithful. Do not let the praise of men dilute the purity of your mission. For when I raise you, it is not for performance, but for purpose. You are my evidence that I can turn ashes into art, pain into power, and isolation into influence. My child, this next phase will demand more focus than ever before. Distractions will disguise themselves as blessings. Opportunities will come with hidden motives. But I am giving you discernment sharper than before. You will sense deception before it speaks. You will feel falsehood before it forms a sentence. Because my spirit within you now moves ahead of you. God says, I am increasing your sensitivity to my direction. What took months to discern will soon be revealed in moments. Because you have trained your ear in silence, you will recognize my voice in chaos. And even when the world is loud, my whisper will guide you with precision. The next steps, my beloved, will not require striving, only sensitivity. You do not need to push what I am pulling. You only need to follow. For the same hand that closed old chapters will open new ones at the right hour. And you will know it is me, because peace will precede the promise. Where I am, there is no pressure to perform. There is flow, not force. There is grace, not grind. You will accomplish more through rest than others through resistance. My child, remember this. Not every miracle is loud. Some arrive softly, like breath after drowning, like peace after years of panic, like laughter returning after loss. Do not miss them searching for the spectacular. I move in whispers and wonders alike. You have outgrown the wilderness mindset. You no longer need to survive. You are called to steward. Steward my presence. Steward the opportunities I bring. Steward the peace I place upon your household. You will become an example of quiet strength, a voice of reason in chaos, a vessel of calm in a frantic world. God says, I am trusting you with visibility, but you must carry it with humility. You will shine, but you will not burn. You will stand tall, but you will not forget the ground that trained you. For elevation without empathy leads to arrogance, and I have not brought you this far to lose you to pride. The same hands that were wounded will now heal others. The same mouth that once trembled in fear will now speak with fire. The same heart that once broke will now carry revival for many. You will become the living proof that pain does not disqualify purpose. It refines it. So, my beloved, stand in awe, but do not stand still, for I am not just visiting you. I am dwelling with you, and everywhere you place your feet, you will mark territory for my kingdom. You are my messenger wrapped in mercy, my evidence wrapped in endurance, my vessel wrapped in victory. God says, "The miracle has begun, and it bears your yes as its signature. My beloved child, this is the moment I have been preparing you for. The waiting was never wasted. Every tear, every test, every silent night has converged into this hour. You have passed through fire, and the flames that once threatened to consume you have now refined your gold." God says, "You are ready. Ready not because you have all the answers, but because you have learned to trust me even when you had none. You are stepping into a season where obedience will speak louder than your history, where your scars will become stories of deliverance, where your pain will become the platform for healing others. My child, the time of hiding is over. I am calling you out from the background, not to entertain, but to enlighten, not to be seen, but to be significant. You will carry my word with quiet confidence, and your presence will shift rooms before you speak a single sentence. The mantle you wear now was not inherited from men. It was forged in the furnace of intimacy with me. Every no you endured became the foundation of your anointing. Every closed door became confirmation that your path was not common. You are not walking in repetition, you are walking in revelation. God says, "I am giving you strategies that defy logic, moves that will not make sense to the minds of men, but they will make miracles manifest. Your creativity will be a channel for my glory. Your voice will pierce through confusion like light through fog, and your compassion will heal more hearts than your words ever could. You will see the fruit of promises long prayed for. You will watch reconciliation where there was estrangement, restoration where there was ruin, and laughter where there were only tears. Because I am the God who finishes what I begin." The enemy fought you so fiercely not because of who you were, but because of who you were becoming. He saw glimpses of the future I showed you in secret, and he feared the day that is now dawning. But what he meant for destruction, I have turned into direction. What he intended to silence, I have transformed into a sound that carries hope. My beloved, do not despise your scars. They are the signature of survival and the seal of my faithfulness. The world honors crowns made of gold, but heaven honors crowns made of endurance. And you, my child, wear such a crown. Now listen closely. In the days to come, I will send you to places that need light. You will walk into environments where despair has taken root, and simply your arrival will signal change. Because when I enter a room through you, darkness loses its argument. You will not need to fight for recognition. You will function in revelation. For what I reveal, I also resource. God says, "Do not fear your next assignment." You are not stepping into uncertainty. You are stepping into fulfillment. The steps ahead are already anointed. The doors that matter most will not require you to knock. They will open as you arrive. But remember, stay humble in the harvest, stay grateful in the growth, and stay anchored in my presence, for that is where your true power flows. Do not let success seduce you into separation from me. For everything you gain without my guidance becomes heavy, but everything you build with me becomes holy. The resources I will place in your hand are not rewards. They are responsibilities. Use them wisely. Bless others freely. Let generosity become your weapon against greed. For when you give as I instruct, you will discover that provision multiplies faster than possession. My child, your journey will now inspire others who once thought they were forgotten. They will see your restoration and realize that I can do it for them too. Your story will become a sermon without words. Your peace will become their invitation to believe again. God says, "This is the era of manifestation. The hidden season has served its purpose. Now you will see what faith looks like when it finally flowers. You will hold in your hands what your ancestors only dreamed of, and through you, generations will know that I still fulfill my word." I am not just blessing you for comfort. I am blessing you for continuation. Because through your life, my compassion will continue, my provision will continue, my presence will continue. So rise, my child. Rise with courage, rise with clarity, rise with conviction that you are not who you were yesterday. You are reborn in revelation, reshaped by grace and released to rebuild. Do not delay your obedience any longer. Go where I send you. Speak what I place in your mouth. Love who I put before you. and trust that I am with you even when you cannot see my hand. God says, "The line has been drawn. You are the new beginning. Through you, I will restore families, rewrite futures, and rekindle faith. You will walk with authority clothed in humility. You will move with peace wrapped in power. And everywhere you go, you will carry evidence that I am still the God who keeps his promises." Now, go forth, my precious one. Heaven walks with you. Angels align around you. Grace surrounds you like a shield. And the story I am writing through your life has only just begun. The world will soon see what I have always seen in you. The miracle is not ahead of you. It is already in motion within you. Now take your place and let your life declare this truth forever. God says, "It is done."